Good morning, everybody. Good morning, ladies and gents. Okay, so we have something very different for you guys for this second half. There's about 100 different things that could go wrong. So if it does, apologies, and we'll see how we handle that as we go. But we have a whole bunch of things to talk about today. So the main one is we've got a bit of an announcement, and we're going to run through a whole bunch of features and new capability and new features and things that we're able to do. So I'm actually sitting in the new office area. John Enright, a couple of weeks ago in the last webinar, did a presentation and introduced the new office area. Now it's not fully open yet, but I'm down at the bottom of the stairs at the mezzanine here. And if I just stand up and turn around, you can see we have the two VR booths that that John mentioned last meeting or last webinar. So these booths are multi-purpose, right? So they're small meeting rooms, which you can have. They're currently being used for small meetings and things right now, and video calling and stuff like that. But what we can also do is we can put some VR equipment in there as well. They're all kitted out, so all of the connections, all of the PowerPoints, everything that you need is in those rooms. So we can literally just pull the desks out, plug in a headset, and then we can run VR applications within these two rooms as well. Perfect for small demos. So if we've got a small group of people, 2 or 3 people, and for VR applications that are sort of under 20 minutes, these will be the locations where we would be doing those demos. So that's them. I'm going to now wander across the office and up into the mezzanine, and we'll show you some of the other stuff that we've been working on and that's going on here. So I'm just going up the stairs here to the mezzanine area, and this is where the XR team have been living for the last little while. And so I'm just at the top of the stairs here, as you can see, and we have a lovely view of the robotics area. We're the VR team, so we don't get to play with these toys, but there's some pretty cool stuff down there, which is nice to look at. And then, yeah, the rest of the mezzanine here, we have 8 desks. These are all fitted up dual monitors. They're all sit-stand desks as well. And this is where our development team would sit and do most of our development, our desk-based research, and all that type of content. So moving back across the mezzanine, then more towards the back of the building, this is our collaborative area. So the desks are over on this side over here, and then this is our collaborative area. We have whiteboards. This massive box here is an 85-inch TV, which is supposed to be on the wall, but our builders are working on some other stuff at the moment, but that will be on the wall next time we speak. And yeah, we use this space for sort of Teams meetings, group discussions, daily stand-ups, all that kind of stuff. If we have virtual people we need to dial in, they'll obviously come in on the screen and things as well. We can use Jira and all that on the monitors as well. We can also pipe through content to obviously to any of the monitors as well. So that's we're all fully digitally set up. So that's the new area, and that's not the end. Don't worry, we have more. And Barry, our CEO, says to me probably too regularly, actually, if you have to explain something, then you're probably already losing. And this really bothers me. It's been bothering me for several years, especially in the XR space, because most of the time you're trying to explain it, right? It's a bit like being on a roller coaster. If you've not been on one, it's very hard to kind of understand what it's about if you've not been through it, and if someone's trying to explain it to you. And this is the problem with XR. So I've been mulling over this for a year and a half, kind of, and anyway, that's formed the foundations for the XR lab and recording studio, and that's what that's the big announcement that we have today. There's a lot going on in there, and there's a lot to get through, so I'm going to try and be as quick and succinct as possible. I'm not going to be too technical. This is more of an overview of what the room can do. And obviously, if you guys want to speak to us more, you obviously about any of the things you've seen today, obviously reach out and we'll have a chat. Oh, sorry. Also, just to let you know, there's only like 6 people in IMR that actually know about this room or who've been in it. The CEO hasn't seen this yet. None of the C-suite have seen this. So you guys literally are seeing this kind of hot off the press, as it were. So we'll be showing it to the CEO very shortly. Yeah, so hopefully I've hyped it up enough. I'm just going to step into the room here. So this is our XR lab and studio. Just get in the doorway here and knock the lights on for the big reveal. So here we go. So this is our XR Lab and Studio, and we have a whole load of equipment in here. There's all sorts going on. We have recording equipment, we have PCs, we have monitors, VR headsets, all that kind of stuff. So I'll run through some of the equipment and why it's here, and then we'll pass back to Gary, and then we'll try and do a bit of a live broadcast and stuff for you as well. Again, lots that could potentially go wrong here, so bear with us, but hopefully it'll go as smooth as it did earlier. So just quick rundown of equipment. We have a PC here, which is a VR ready PC. This generates the virtual world and prepares it for the VR headset and for a virtual camera. Next up, we have a streaming PC and a recording PC. So this can capture in real time, process in real time, and either record or stream the content, or both, if needed, obviously. Next up, we have these two massive back-to-back monitors. This enables 3 different areas in the room. So we have the production area, which is the area I've just kind of shown you. This is the spectator area here. So this is where, if there's a group of people working on a project, they can come in and stand in the spectator area and actually be part of the XR experience and part of the process as well. And then I'm just walking around here. This is the play area, or the VR area. And this is just a massive green space. As you can see, it's huge. All the correct lighting and stuff in here. It's fully optimized. It's been designed from the ground up to be a VR recording studio and production suite. And yeah, there's loads that we can do in this space. So that's a very rough tour. I'm now going to pass back to Gary, because I need to switch video feeds back to these PCs here. And I'll hopefully see you guys in about a minute's time. Okay, guys, welcome back. You should now all be able to see the live feed coming from our broadcast machines here. And yeah, there's a few different pieces to show you here. So I'm going to start with the aerial view of the full room. So this is, we have an aerial camera up here, and you guys should be able to see the full room. And this is to give you guys a idea of what's actually happening in the room, in the space, and also how it works. Typically, you wouldn't obviously have this included on a broadcast, but for the purposes of today, we thought we'd show you guys an overview of the entire room. If I just flip around here, I'd like to introduce Kieran. So Kieran is a new member of the, well, I say new, he's actually been here for like 6 months. It feels like a lot less than that, but he's fantastic. He's one of our XR developers as well. And we're going to use him as a bit of a guinea pig today. So Kieran, if you want to just step into the green area, and I'll show you some of the stuff that we're capable of doing here. So I'm going to switch to our kind of weather presenter view. So this is just a live view of the room as it is live, right? So you can see obviously on the top of the screen as well. It all looks exactly the same. The reason why we have a green room is because it's for a process called chroma keying. And this is where we can subtract the backgrounds, as you may have caught a glimpse of a second ago. Green is used because it's the furthest from skin tones and skin colors. So if I just activate this, we can now delete the background, and now Kieran is stood in a totally empty space there. And we can load anything we want in the background. So we can load images, we can load videos, we can put him on holiday, we can load the same video that you saw earlier. So literally any content that you have and you can put on screen, we can overlay over the top of, and we can put people over the top of. So that's that. There's a whole bunch of different things we can do with this. Like we can have, so we can put in auto cues, we can do live panel sessions and things with staff as well. So we could have like a group of people all mic'd up on the floor here, and we could be showing all sorts of different content behind them, and relevant content for their discussion or their presentation. The next thing that we're going to try, okay, so this one is, it's gone okay so far. The next one is a little more complicated. So now we're going to take some virtual reality. Kieran's actually going to put on a VR headset now, and we're going to load a virtual reality scene. And we also have a virtual camera in that scene that's also at the same location as a real camera. And we stitch those two together, and we should be able to show you guys a live feed of a virtual reality, but full mixed reality as well. So you can actually see real Kieran in the space as well. So we're just going to use, this is actually just a standard demo app for Unity for interaction demos. And the reason why we're using this is because some of our demos, we had our own virtual cameras in, and as we're doing the migration to this new studio, we need to use a different set of cameras and stuff. So we have to recompile and rebuild a lot of our projects that we've already built. But as you can maybe see on my monitor, that's up and live. So I should be able to just do the flip over now to the live view. So here's Kieran in the virtual world, in the virtual space. He's got a VR headset on, so he can see this entire environment, obviously from the first person view instead of the third person view. But he can teleport around and use the scene exactly as you would with normal virtual reality, but now we can effectively stand in the room with him and we can talk and we can interact. Great for bug fixing. This is brilliant if you want to show multiple people, but you don't maybe have time, or everybody doesn't want to wear the headset at the same point in time. So this is a great way where you can have people in the spectator area over here behind me, and they can actually be actively taking part in the virtual reality session as it's going ahead. So I think that's me done for time now. There's 100 other demos I could show you, but we're going to switch back to the aerial view now so you guys can see the room. And I'm going to say thank you very much. Oh, sorry, this facility is in Mullingar. It's in the center of the country. It's been designed for you guys, for anybody considering VR, anybody who develops anything in virtual or augmented reality. The audio equipment is great for recording any audio, voiceovers, video, that kind of stuff as well. So if any of that sounds interesting, give us a shout. There's loads we can do. There's literally hundreds of use cases here. So this is the new facility, and we're looking forward to speaking to you. Thanks very much.